hard to believe that we've been around for 125 years. GRAR started in 1893 as the Grand Rapids Real Estate Exchange, and we predate both the Michigan Association of Realtors and the National Association of Realtors. We'd like to think that we recognized early on the importance of organizing as a group, not only for the group itself and for its purposes, but also to help the greater community at large. Through the 1900s, we became known as the Grand Rapids Real Estate Board. In the later 1900s, we changed our name to the Grand Rapids Association of Realtors so that we could use the term Realtors in that name, since really that is who we represent in this community. The number of members were limited back in the 1800s, and there were meetings every day that were held from 8:30 until noon to share what information they might have about properties that were available for sale or the buyers that they had that were looking for something. Throughout the 1900s until roughly 1980s, we used index listing cards with the information. It was just a small, just as we indicate, a small card that had the information about the house, much abbreviated, and a picture of the exterior of the house on the reverse side of that index card. They were distributed directly to GRAR members. We actually went to over 500 locations where we delivered the index cards, and realtors would scramble every morning to get to the delivery box to find out what new things had hit the market since the day prior. Needless to say, with the introduction of electronics and technology and the internet, the MLS ultimately shifted to online operations as well. At first, we started slow. The early electronics were the old DOS-based computers, and we would sit in front of that computer and we would watch the information of a property that would create line by line on the screen in front of us. And in fact, we were one of the first organizations literally in the country to adopt imaging online. And imagine how excited our members were to have buyers sitting next to them watching this house literally paint line by line the exterior photo of the home. We were cool. It was quite an accomplishment. And now to see where we are today, where there are of course multiple pictures, sometimes dozens of pictures on a home representing both the exterior and the interior in order to show its features, we've obviously come a long way. We've always stood as an organization for high standards, professional practice, equal opportunity for all, and we advocate for both members and private property owners. And we refer to it as private property owners, and when we say that, what we mean are those who own real estate in West Michigan. It goes without saying that as part of the community, we need to give back to that community, and we've been very active in doing so over the years. Community engagement really began for us perhaps in reaction to war times. We started in the 1940s by finding industrial space right here in West Michigan for national defense use. We also prepared a secret list of properties for military personnel where they were housed and located at times of war. We purchased bonds, war bonds during that time. We supported a lot of the families whose loved ones were off fighting in the war effort. So we were very, very active during that time, and we take a lot of pride in the assistance we were able to give to veterans and families of veterans. In the 1950s, our attention shifted more to helping with families who were displaced by natural disasters such as tornadoes or man-made, let's call it a disaster, when the S-curve and US 131 were constructed. There were many, many families displaced during that time, and we were very active in helping to find alternate locations, alternate housing, where they would go in that transition. So we were very active in that part of the community as well. Well, through the 1960s and 70s, we were concerned that the West Michigan communities were not necessarily recovering as we would have liked. There were racial tensions, there were crumbling neighborhoods around us, and we were concerned. We initiated a study in West Michigan called the Build America Better study to help the city and surrounding communities really shape their planning goals And there were a number of recommendations in that report that were adopted by the local communities. In fact, many of those are current even today. So they were things that helped shape the community and helped it restore itself to its vibrant community that we know today. We also were one of the original major funders of the Right Place program in the 1980s. The Right Place program is a private, nonprofit economic development organization that was really focused on the development of the West Michigan community, and they played a huge role in making West Michigan the vibrant community that it is today. We continue to be an investor. We're happy to report that many of our businesses are contributing to that organization, and it has done so much for this community in helping retain businesses in this community, help them grow, and to encourage new business to locate, because new businesses brings new jobs and job security and the ability to purchase those homes that we all obviously are interested in. We've participated in dozens of service projects throughout the years. It includes everything from organizations like the 311 Youth Housing Project, Degage Ministries, God's Kitchen, Habitat for Humanity, Kids Food Basket, Mary Free Bed, Mel Trotter Missions, the Wounded Warrior Project. We've taken on special projects like Burton Elementary School and the Veterans Home. We've done a number of service projects for those organizations. We also more recently established what we've called the Realtors Community Crisis Response Fund. It's not a fund for Realtors. There's been some confusion about that name. It's not a fund for Realtors, but it's for Realtors to give to those who have experienced some sort of disaster within the community that affects their ability to live in their home, stay in their home, whether that's a fire, a tornado, a flood. And we've given to so many individuals throughout the communities in West Michigan in the last several years. I'm happy to report that GRAR is giving a rather large donation to it at the end of 2017 in order for us to continue those efforts in 2018 and beyond. Clearly, equal opportunity and fair housing in real estate is probably one of the biggest focuses that GRAR has had over the years. Racial tensions in the 60s and even before that caused us to really take notice of what we could do to be a positive influence in that area. In the 50s, we started a dialogue with the Grand Rapids Urban League and the Grand Rapids Human Relations Commission. It was our goal to help create more opportunities for homeownership. So our goal was to help train our realtors in encouraging homeowners, regardless of race, color, religion, sex, national origin, age, marital status, handicap, familial status, all of those things, to encourage them to look at all of the things that are available to them in the price range that they can afford and not necessarily limit themselves. I'm happy today to say that realtors are engaged and looking for opportunities to assist both those of different race and color, but those of international origin as well, because clearly that is a big part of our community, and they're wanting to be able to be the source for real estate information, the source for available properties, and the source for opportunities in this community for all persons. GRAR stands for Grand Rapids Association of Realtors currently, but we're excited to announce a new name change in 2018 to mark our 125th anniversary. We're going to be known as the Greater Regional Alliance of Realtors. The Grand Rapids Association of Realtors seemed to have its limitations with respect to our members. A lot of our members who are from other areas didn't necessarily feel that connection, and the Greater Regional Alliance of Realtors better depicts the membership that we serve, but also the communities that we serve in the process. We have a rich history in West Michigan, and we want to celebrate some of those accomplishments and celebrate as we go forward into the future. We also, for lack of a better way of saying it, we're adopting a home. We're adopting a home that happens to be 125 years old. What it happens to be, however, is have an address of 125 Grand Rapids Street, but it is in Middleville. So again, we're celebrating that we're beyond the city of Grand Rapids and Grand Rapids proper. We've located this home in Middleville. The current owners have done a really nice job of maintaining a lot of the historic features in the home, and we're going to help them continue doing that with a gift that they can use to remodel one aspect of the home. So it's kind of to take a look at what was that housing like 125 years ago, what did it look like, and what does it look like today, and the beauty of real estate and the beauty of the fact that it's an investment that has continued for 125 years. And that is the true value for us. The true value in real estate is that it's a home for so many people for so many years. It's the American dream. Everybody wants to own a home, and we are so blessed to be able to participate in that dream. One of the things that we did also was to refine our mission statement, and our mission statement is making life better, people, homes, and community. And it really is what we're all about. Some of the things we're looking at in the next 125 years, well, clearly we want to continue what we have been doing in terms of the community. We like to think that we are the voice for real estate in this community. The one thing that does not change, however, is that Realtors have an investment in their communities. Realtors have their feet on the ground in this community. And there is a big difference in working with someone locally who knows the market, who can best advise you on what's best in the marketplace, and that is a Realtor. And that, we believe, will never change. We're excited to celebrate the next 125 years and all that the Realtors have done and continue to do in this community.